Good morning, guys. I'm Sky Weil with Wild Sacred Awakening, and I am bringing you here to one very sacred spot filled with some powerful healing mana energy for you. Stay tuned, because at the end of the video I'm going to give you a couple of minutes of your own space. I'll get out of the way so you can just soak up this nourishment. And by the end of the video, I'm going to talk to you about the 4 main directions and calling in the 7 directions as a prayer process in the morning. I just want to describe to you what I do, and then you can make that work for you. So I had this question. I get a lot of questions from my clients, my students, my friends about how I do different processes. It's my passion, actually, is to not so much talk about esoteric concepts, but to actually give people ways to awaken in their life. We have so much beautiful information out there about what to do, but not how to do it. So that's my kuleana, as they say in Hawaii. It's my responsibility, my offering. So 7 directions. First, I don't know if I told you where I'm at. And then we'll go, because I want to honor this land, this space. This is Haena. Haena is the tiny community and the state park that's north of Hanalei on the island of Kauai. It's the area that's been devastated by the flooding that happened in April, and we had a dozen landslides that cut us off from the rest of the island. So what it means is both that we're in recovery and there's been some suffering and loss, but it also means we get to dance in this bliss for a while of this space that is filled with healing. And it's amazing how life does that, right? You lose something, but you get something. You have hardship, but there's always soul food in it. So wanting to share that soul food with you. First of all, all of us come from indigenous cultures. All of us. All of us come from earth-based practices, way before the Abrahamic religions, way before Hinduism, way before Buddhism. All of us come from this practice of being in nature, being with Mother, and honoring her, as well as soaking up her lessons, her teachings. We've separated from her over the course of our human development, over the 5,000 years most recently. And we're seeing the results of that in the suffering on the planet, but we're also seeing the results of that in the suffering of our own body, in our own minds. Because it's an illusion that we're separate. It's a massive delusion that we're separate from Mother Nature. We are not just a part of her, we are her. So what I want to teach you today is I'll do it quickly, because I could actually offer a whole day workshop retreat on this process. So I'll give it to you in under, let's see if I can make it under 8 minutes. Okay. So I get a lot of questions from my clients and my students and my friends, and this is one of the ones that they're most curious about. Let me tell you, calling in the 7 directions, the way that I pray in the morning. What I do is I get up between 3 and 4 naturally. That's my natural biorhythm, so I'm not telling you you need to do that. I honor your own cycle and rhythm in this life. I get up, and before I do anything, I do a gratitude practice as I'm lying down in bed. Then I put my feet on the floor, and then I walk outside before I go to the restroom, before I brush my teeth, have coffee, or journal. I go and stand under the stars, and then I connect with the star stuff, because we are that. We are made of that. What I love about diving into quantum physics, no matter how much it's something that I don't understand exactly, it speaks a language that I think we're all starting to understand in both our separation from this world and then our dance with it, is that we're all connected. Everything is connected. There's this oscillating wave of energy that flows through everything. And that's not woo-woo. That's actually science. It's how the universe is formed. And so I connect with that star stuff. And at the age of about 10, looking up the stars, I had a realization that we are made of that. We are that. So we're each star stuff. So first main point for you to soak in and take that in about your magnificence. And then what I do is I call in the 7 directions. So let me describe those to you. I start my 7 directions in the east. So working with the wheel of the year, working with the wheel of directions of seasons and elements and guardian spirits. And so I start in the east. The Toltec tradition starts in the south. There's other traditions that start in the different directions. I start in the east. East is the element of air, guardian spirits of the winged ones, the ones that take flight. And think about birds, the metaphor of birds. They fly, they have trust in that in order to fly, they spread their wings and they allow the earth's breath, wind, air, to carry them. The east is about new beginnings and about planting seeds and about potentiality and possibility, and it's about creativity in accessing that creative knowledge, that creative wisdom that's inside of us. It's beyond words. The east is the beginning. It's the sunrise. It's the time of spring. And so what I do is I stand and I say, this is how I do it. Remember, take this and make this your own. That I say, calling on the guardians of the east, the winged ones, the ones that ride on the earth's breath, come and surround me now, protect my body, protect my energetic space, protect my home and land, and may anybody that walks on this property today be blessed with potentiality, possibility. May they trust. Thank you for being here, guardian spirits of the east. I am so honored by your presence. I love you, and aho. And then I turn and I face south. South is the direction of summer. It's the element of fire. It's in my way that I practice, it is the I call them the sure-footed ones of paw and hoof. Cougar, horse, wolf, coyote. Those are some of the beings that come into my mind when I'm working with the South. It's the element of fire, so think about fire. Think about the metaphor of summer. It is the time of play. It's the time of passion. It's the time of sexuality and sensuality and body. In the Toltec tradition, the South is body. And in the practice that I do, the South is body as well. It is where we practice embodiment. And it is the time of play. It's where we take all those creative ideas that we dug up, unearthed in the East, and the seeds that we planted, and now we come here in the South and we actually start to move into them and activate them. It's where we get to explore this body in all of its pain and its joy. And so here's how I do my prayer for calling in the South. Guardians of the South, calling in the sure-footed ones. I invite you into my space, surround the space, make it safe, sacred, and holy. Protect this body, allow me to be passionate, allow me to move through my life with confidence and to share my gifts and my offerings today. Allow me to get out of the ego, but to move from you. Thank you so much, guardians of the South. Surround this entire space. Anyone that comes onto this land, may they know that they are powerful, and may they walk in their life in power and beauty. Thank you for being here. I love you. Aho. So that's South. As I'm doing this, you can tell that I'm probably praying. So thank you, guardians. And West. So West is the element of water, and it is the season of fall, autumn. It's the water beings. It's whale, dolphin. It's the egret, who is both a water and a sky being. It's turtle, it's fish, it's frog, it's the amphibians of all kinds. Water. And because I'm going to interrupt myself, because messages always come up in nature to share with you. There is a bright, perfectly red cardinal fluttering and playing on the tree just a few feet from me, right on the other side of the stream. And their partner is right across the way, and they're talking to each other. It's really, really beautiful. Thank you, Cardinal, for sharing your bright, be bright, let yourself be seen medicine is what I'm taking from that. In all your colors, no matter what your color is. Okay, where was I? Yes. So because I live on the island of Kauai, initially I resisted a relationship, honestly, with this island and with this ocean. I had left California, the place where I had found myself in so many ways. Where I'd found my beloved, where I had found my friends, where I had found the courage to be myself. California, Northern California, dry, arid grasslands. So I had a hard time connecting to water, and so here it is, and I've come full circle into a complete reconnection with it, because I believe that we are water, you guys. What is the statistic? We're 75-85% water. We reflect the exact amount of water that's on the earth. And as the tumultuousness of the planet is going on right now, we feel that in our bodies, and I believe that's because we share the same elements. So, water. West is actually the direction of relationship. It's the direction of right speech and communication. It's where we dive in to do deep healing work of ancestral wounds. It is, and family wounds. It's where we tap into all of our wounds of our past childhood and in utero and beyond. It is a powerful place, the West. And in the tradition that I practice, it's also the time of the celebration of the gifts, because for every wound that we have, there is a door that opens. For every pain, there is a joy. So that's what the West is. It's that exploration of everything that made us throughout the course of our life and how we weave that together to be who we are today. Celebrating all the gifts of that, and celebrating on the wheel of the year the actual harvest of everything we planted in the spring and everything we worked to create in the summer, and here we are in the West. So here's how I pray. Guardians of the West, the water beings, ocean ma, Kauai ma, Hawaii ma, I invite you to come and surround this space right now. I am so grateful for you and the love and life that you give. I offer ho'oponopono for any of the suffering that we have caused you through our wrong choices in not taking care of you. Surround my body. Surround this space. May I flow with trust and ease and fluidity. May I soften in my life today. May I offer nourishment with everything that I give and everything that I see. May I see the nourishment of you. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Aho. Be powerful stuff, guys. Okay, thank you. This is not under 8 minutes. Oh.
I just have so much to share. I'm gonna have to do a course on this. Okay, north, and then the other three are very, very quick. So north is the direction of winter. It's direction. It's the element of earth. It is the time of connecting to wisdom. It's the time of going into the dark. The animal that to me most represents the north is bear. Going into the cave, hibernation, rest, dream time, rejuvenation, and connecting with our loved ones, encircling them with our mother and father tenderness and love, as just like in the past when communities would have to come together in the wintertime and keep each other warm. The north is a time of stepping into your wise power. Yeah. So here's how I call in the north. Guardians of the north, the wise ones, come and surround me, come and instruct me. May I continue to access my own internal wisdom, my own internal guru, and take that out into the world to help others access their own internal wisdom, their own internal guru. Guardians of the north, thank you. Surround my space, surround this space. Bless everyone who walks here with knowing that they have their own wisdom to hear. Thank you for being here, Ahal. And then there's Father Sky or Grandfather Sky in the north. Think of stars, sun, moon, light, for those of you that believe in light beings, angels, ascended masters, God, goddess, spirit, Shakti, all that is. Even though all of that flows through everything, when I think of the north, I think of calling in the support of all of that spiritual support that is there for us all the time. So my prayer to the sky is pretty quick. Guardians of the sky, come and bless us with your lights. May we know that everything is interwoven, interconnected, and that we are indeed star stuff, Ahal. And then one of my favorite things to do for the entire day is I put my hand on my heart, and I always put a hand on the ground. So I literally kneel down and I say, Mother Earth, I'm yours. It's basically all I say. Mother Earth, I am yours. And then I put a hand on my heart and a hand on my belly, and I say, inner teacher, inner wise woman, my body, I invite you to come in fully into my life today. May I be present with you. May I treat you well. May I listen and hear and move in this world with great love and compassion. Thank you, my body. Thank you, my essence. Thank you, my soul. I'm listening and I'm here. Okay, I'm going to go. I'm going to go enjoy the day. I want to share this information with you. Enjoy this life, you guys. It is short and sweet, and you are loved, you belong, you matter. And thank you for being a part of my life. Namaste, I see the light in you. And mahalo, I thank you with my breath.